Hello and welcome to the second part of our Tri-Nation drive with the Vitara Brezza. We're in Kathmandu. That's the city behind me. Really looking forward to going out and exploring a little bit. So let's go ahead and do that. And oh yeah, if you haven't caught our first part, then make sure to go back and catch that as well. Let's do this. Our first stop in Nepal's capital was the Swayambhunath Stupa. This is one of the most important Buddhist pilgrimage sites in the world and looks absolutely beautiful too. From here, we went to the heart of the city and Darbar Square. The square has been around for centuries now, and important ceremonies like coronations, for example, happen right here. It also plays host to old palaces and temples and a sprawling marketplace. After walking around the square, we hopped back into the Brezza and we were off again. We had to cover nearly 500 kilometers and get back into India that day. The drive was as fun as ever, with the Brezza gliding along the mountain roads and flying across the plains as we raced to reach our destination, Siliguri, before the border shut at 10 PM. We couldn't rest long in Siliguri though. We had to get to Bhutan next. That meant driving about 150 kilometers to Phuntsholing. So I linked up my phone to the car's infotainment, pulled up navigations and got going. The road leading to the border town is flanked by tea plantations and is an absolute joy to drive on. Cruising at triple-digit speeds on a wide, empty highway is always fun. I even pulled over en route to do a spot of off-roading. The Brezza's generous ground clearance made it easy to wade into a nearby stream. The permit process at the border took a little time to sort out. Once we had it in hand though, we were off again. This time, our destination was the third national capital on this journey, Thimphu. The drive there isn't long, just another 150 kilometers, but it takes a good 5 to 6 hours to cover. The highway is clean for the most part, but there was a little bit of landslide damage to deal with. When we did encounter the bad bits, the Brezza took it in its stride without breaking a sweat. Driving through fog, mist, steep climbs and rolling valleys makes for a memorable experience. After reaching Thimphu and a night's rest, we set off to explore. First up, we checked out the Memorial Chorten in the heart of town. This ancient monument is different to the other Chortens in its design. It stands out because it's more square than oval, and also because of its sheer grandeur. The next stop was a little outside town and up a nearby hill. We were making our way towards the Buddha Dordanma. This colossal statue stands 177 feet tall and is plated completely in gold. It gleams under the sun and is easy to spot from miles away. Once we were done taking in Thimphu's two most famous sites, we headed back homeward. Our Tri-Nation drive was coming to a close. But I couldn't end without experiencing yet another facet of this capable SUV. Now we're back in India and at our journey's end, and I find myself in a position that I haven't really enjoyed on this drive so far, which is of course the second row. It's really comfortable where I'm sitting. The leg room, the knee room, the head space, all very generous, and I think generous is a really good way to describe the Brezza in general. The ground clearance, ample for these difficult sections. The DDIS 200 engine offers enough power and torque to munch those miles on the highway, and the boot space that I spoke about in the previous video, well, it took in all our equipment and our luggage and everything. So I can speak from experience and I can say with confidence that for those cross-country road trips, the Vitara Brezza is the ideal car. This journey has been exhilarating, insane, chaotic and amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed executing it. And there are more trips to come, so stay tuned for that. I'll see you soon.